Well, good day and welcome to this week's Phoenix News here exclusively on Phoenix TV, and a busy roundup we've got for you this week here on the news section of Phoenix TV. First of all, the fantastic news on playoff tickets. We've sold out. Fantastic response from you Phoenix supporters to the a number of tickets that we were allocated this year. It's our biggest allocation. 4 tickets for the playoff finals weekend, and you've done us proud. You've sold us out. Our block of seats in the NIC will be full of you crazy Phoenix fans, and so it promises to be a right good knees up in Nottingham, whether the Phoenix are there or not. And of course, we all very much hope that the team are in attendance, taking part in the semi-finals and hopefully the finals too. But a great effort from you all in purchasing those tickets. One reminder though from Mags in the office is if you've not yet paid or you've only part paid, we do require the full payment to be made this coming weekend by the end of the home game against Belfast on Sunday night. And that needs to be by either cash or credit card. We can't take cheques, unfortunately. So many thanks for taking up the ticket allocation for the playoff finals in Nottingham. All we need now is just to complete the payment to the Elite League. There's no money in this for the Manchester Phoenix. This is purely about the Elite League and securing those tickets, which should be delivered in time for our final home game of the season on March the 16th against the Edinburgh Capitals. All being well, the tickets will be with us and we'll be able to distribute them on or around that weekend, and obviously in the days following that in the lead up to the finals weekend on April 5 and 6 in the NIC in Nottingham. Now, our junior teams are out in Canada at the moment. A squad of players flew out there about 4 to 5 days ago, and they've got a really busy schedule out in and around Ontario in eastern Canada, and they've had a great start. They've had 2 games already. They played on Monday and on Tuesday, and they've had 2 wins out of 2. So that's an excellent performance by the Phoenix youngsters against Canadian youngsters who get a lot more ice time than our youngsters do. And I've got, has to be said, way more facilities in Canada for them to train on. But our Phoenix youngsters have done us proud in the first 2 outings, and here's hoping that they can continue that on for the remaining, I think it's another 5 games they've got before they return to the UK. So good news, and well done to the Phoenix youngsters so far on those 2 wins. There are reports on the website from those 2 games, so check those out in the junior section of the website. Now, the Christmas shirts that we had, we're now able to offer those to auction and raffle. And what's happening is the home Christmas shirts are being put up for raffle. Tickets are available right the way through to that final home game on March the 16th against Edinburgh in the regular season. On the night, the raffle tickets will be drawn and those shirts will be won. And likewise with the away shirts, which are being put up for auction. You can place your bids, and the winning bids will receive those away shirts also at the last home game of the regular season, March the 16th against Edinburgh. So don't be shy. If you can't afford the auction bid, then have a go on the raffle. You could win one of those limited edition and only worn 2 or 3 times each, the Phoenix Christmas shirts. A lot of work went into the design of those shirts, so give it a go on the raffle or the auction. Now, the under-18s, going back to the juniors for a moment, the under-18s are in action this coming Saturday. They travel to Ice Sheffield to take on the Sheffield second string side in their division of the under-18 leagues. And 1 point from that game is all the under-18s need to secure the title. It's been a fantastic season for the under-18s. They've won every game so far that they've competed in. They've got 3 games remaining against Sheffield this coming Saturday. Then they go to Billingham and they end up with a final road trip to Solihull. If they were to take 6 points from 6, 3 wins from 3, they would go 100% winning record throughout the season. I don't think that's ever been done in the under-18s league. I might be wrong. Someone will no doubt prove me wrong on that. But irrespective of whether it's been done or not before, if the under-18s can achieve those 3 victories in 3 games, that would be a fantastic effort for them in their first season. But the initial aim is to go unbeaten on Saturday night against Sheffield, in Ice Sheffield. That would clinch the title. A win would just be the icing on the cake, as that would set them into the final 2 games with no pressure really, having clinched the title. The only pressure then is whether to keep up that 100% winning record, and everyone hopes they can achieve that. Now, turning back to the senior side and the weekend's games coming up for the Phoenix Elite team. Saturday, the Hull Stingrays at the Hull Ice Arena on Humberside, back home on Sunday against the Giants in the Silver Blades Ice Dome in Altrincham. The Stingrays, well, they're under real pressure if they're going to make it to the playoff finals weekend. They literally have to go on a tear of monumental proportions if they are to qualify. They literally have to win every game. And in fact, Rob Rankin, one of their better players, has already said this week that they have to treat every game now as if it is their last game of the season. It's do or die for the Hull Stingrays, so we could expect a battle royal on Saturday in the Hull Ice Arena. We know there are a lot of fans going over for that game, so it promises to be a cracking atmosphere in the Humberside Arena, and we hope, very much hope, that the team can do the business there and come away with the 2 points, because of course we're still looking for points in that chase to catch up with Cardiff to try and get to 6th place in the table. Sunday then, it's back to the Silver Blades Ice Dome and the second visit in a fortnight of the Belfast Giants. And Belfast, of course, they've still got title aspirations of their own. It's a bit of a long shot now because Coventry have opened up a little bit of a gap again, and they've got games in hand over the Giants, but the Giants won't give in until it's mathematically impossible for them not to win the title. And of course, they'll be smarting from that 6-3 defeat here just a fortnight ago, when they were, they came into the building favourites to win that game, and they went home with the tails very much between the legs, having been beaten 6-3. A fantastic start by the Phoenix in that first period, if you remember, and Brian Passmore clinched it with his third period goal to make it a 6-3 scoreline. It's possibly the last time that we'll see Ed Courtney on ice in Manchester, unless we draw Belfast in the playoffs. Ed Courtney has this week given his decision to the Belfast Giants that he'll be leaving the Giants at the end of the season and returning to North America to take up alternate employment next season in North America. Whether that's in hockey or not, we're not honestly sure, but Ed Courtney definitely will not be with the Belfast Giants next year, and he's already said that he will not be coming back to Europe. So, for all of those fans out there, supporters of ice hockey, you've seen Ed Courtney over the years in a Sheffield shirt or an Ayr Scottish Eagles shirt, and indeed now in a Belfast Giants shirt. This is the ideal opportunity to come along and watch one of the great players in British hockey history and possibly make his final appearance in Manchester. We wish Ed Courtney well, but not on Sunday, of course. It's very much another 2 points to be taken by the Manchester Phoenix. We'll wish Eddie well, but he's not taking any points away from Manchester this weekend. Now, Carl Graham, who missed Sunday's game because he took a bit of a knock on Saturday in Basingstoke,